Hey guys, hope you're having a good one. Today we're going to talk about ghost mannequins. Ooh. Roky's laughing, trust me. Today we're talking about ghost mannequins, those 3D realistic e-commerce shots that most people use if you're not using a model shot or if you're not using a flat lay image. Now, ghost mannequin shots are called that because it looks like a ghost is wearing the product. And what we're going to do today is a bit of a how-to about how we do a ghost mannequin photo shoot. And we're going to set it up and use this shirt that I'm wearing now. So let's just cut to the mannequin. Alright, so let's get the mannequin involved and have a chat about that. So, male mannequin for male model or male products. This particular shirt's got a few creases in it because I literally just was wearing it, but we'll work through that in post. There's a little clamp on the back of the mannequin just to tighten the shirt up and make it look crisp and tighter. What we essentially want to do is set this mannequin how we would want to take the photo and how we would want to depict it on the website. So there would be probably more lighting, and obviously we're going to be shooting the full t-shirt for the website. So a crisp white background also, because we're going to edit the exposure and edit the contrast. Why can't I think of the word contrast? I use contrast every single day. A good white background lit really well with the product in front of it, a foot or two, gives you the chance to change the contrast and change the exposure so you have a pure color of the shirt and the image or the background stays separate from it. That's it for the front of the shirt. That's all we need to do to get the front shot. Let's now show you how we get the back shot. So literally take your shirt off, turn it inside out. The idea of what we want to do here is get the portion of the back of the neck on this shirt. So we really want to be shooting this portion of the shirt to make it look like we have a ghost wearing it. Now you can flat lay this, you can put it on a piece of foam core and take the shot that way. What we can do is turn that shirt inside out, get our shot again there with the same lighting. We can bunch it up on the back, but we're getting the same lighting and the same elements on the same model, the same focal length. Everything is the same. All we've done is turn the shirt inside out and grabbed a photo of what you would see or what you would visualize in the neckline. All right, so we're at the computer now. What we're gonna do is first go through Lightroom, make some retouching changes to the actual product shots that we've got, and then we're going to pull them into Photoshop and do some creative cutting to make sure we get that neckline correct. So here we are in Lightroom. We've got the front photo that we took, and then we've got the back photo that we took. Now, obviously these shots are pretty terrible in regards to product photography. I was wearing this shirt before we took these shots, so lots of creases. We'll fix some of those up in Photoshop in a second, but what we're going to do now quickly in Lightroom is we're just going to bump up the exposure a little bit, give a little bit of contrast, and we're just going to bring the whites up just a fraction, and that's just going to give us a little bit more of an accurate color for that shirt that we actually shot. We're then going to go Command-C, copy the adjustments that we made, and come across to the second one, Command-V, and just bring that same lightened effect or that same contrast exposure and the white that we lifted up to that second photo. What we're going to do from there is select them both, right-click on them, edit in Photoshop, and instead of just saying edit in Photoshop, let's open them as layers in Photoshop. And what that's going to do is both of the images on a single file within Photoshop so that it's easier for us to edit. So we can see that we're loading the layers here. We've got the front shot, we've got the back shot, and what we're going to do now is stitch these two together. So the first thing that I usually do is just drop the opacity on the top one, and we're going to zoom in quickly on that top one. And to make it easier to edit with Photoshop's changes recently, it's always going to select the top layer that you've got on, so it makes it a little bit harder to click the actual layer that you want to work on. So what we're going to do is, while we're selected on the top layer, is let's quickly cut out the neckline of that top shot. So this is going to reveal us the back. So I'm going to take out the neck of the mannequin while I'm at it. We can make a selection with that. We're going to leave the feathered radius. Let's actually put a 1 feather and then we can delete that out. So what we've done there is cropped out the back. If we delete the back layer, you'll see that we've actually left a void, or we've left a clear section. What we're going to do there is come back to that and fill that in with a content aware tool shortly. Then what we can do on the back layer is we really only need to grab the little neck portion of this one. So with the pen tool selected again, we're just going to grab as much of that neck area as we need. And once again, we're going to use the pen tool just to come along the top garment line, because we do not need anything below that. We're going to make a selection. We're going to click our mark tool and we're going to select inverse and delete out everything from behind that. So now if we look at both layers, we'll have the top layer and the bottom layer. So I'm just going to bring that bottom layer up a little bit. So when we actually shot this, you'll notice that we did shoot the bottom layer substantially bigger. So we're going to then start adjusting the size on that a little bit. Get a little bit more accurate, and then what we can do is right click, distort that, and we can start bringing that up to what we're looking to do here is get a lineup of the garment to the 2 edges. Click enter, you'll see that here we've got a little bit of a spill, or we've got a little bit of an overlap from that back layer. So what we can actually do is be a little bit more aggressive in how we cut that back layer out. And then if we bring the opacity up on the top layer, we're just going to give it one quick little distort and get it just that little bit closer. All right, so that technically is how it would look. Now that logo that we've got on the back of that shirt is quite large and it sits down quite low. If you've got a shirt that's got a tag on it, the tag is going to sit a lot higher. All we need to do now is tidy up this particular shot just so it looks like a final image. So fairly easy to do. What we're going to do is go on a Mac, Shift Command E, merge those 2 layers together. Let's crop it down and be a little bit more realistic on the ratio size that we've got for it. So let's make it smaller and in a square, knowing that we're probably going to be doing it as a e-commerce shot. Now I could take the time to cut out the legs on the bottom of it and darken it up, but you'll kind of get the understanding of what we're going to do here. Just quickly, a little hint for you, if you use your content aware tool, so if we grab the marker tool again and if we right click and go content aware fill, we have the ability to fill out that side there with that same black color. So we can do it again on the other side. Right click, content aware fill. We've very quickly darkened up the edges of that image. There's a little bit of retouching that we needed to do there still, and very simply, without getting too complicated, we can pick our eyedropper tool, we can pick our fill tool, and we'd be able to fill that back in as well. So that is how to shoot ghost mannequins. Like, comment, subscribe, get value out of what we do. We're just trying to bring value, bring ideas, help you with stuff that you might not understand. That's really weird. Ghost mannequin work is a good staple for e-commerce photography. It's something that all e-commerce stores need. We offer it as an agency, links below. Brophy told me to say that. But generally, I hope you found some value in this one. Comment below any questions that you have. Ask us to do a video on something else. And yeah, I hope this really kind of gave you an insight on how to do ghost mannequin work. One of the biggest things I picked up in the industry was turning that shirt inside out on the same mannequin that you were using is so much easier than trying to line up on a piece of foam core or flat laying and trying to get depth in the editing process. So Thanks guys, I hope you're having a good one.